What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode here on Full Throttle. And I've got a story to tell you guys. So I was going to sell the Z today, and basically what happened is the guy was texting me back and forth. He wanted to see the CarFax on the car. I was like, I have the CarFax, but I just don't know where it's at. I went home, I checked, and I didn't check too much at home because I could have swore it was with all the paperwork at my girlfriend's mom's house, or my my ex-girlfriend. So I go over to her house and I go through the paperwork and I find other paperwork for the car, but I couldn't find the CarFax. So I drove all the way back to my house and looked even more, and I still couldn't find it. So I was like, okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go and tell the guy, you know, I've done the CarFax before. I know the history on the car, and the guy really loved the car. I let him test drive the car and everything. He checked it out 2 different times. He looked at it, you know, earlier, and then he looked at it again. Like, he met up with me again at like not a Starbucks, but a Subway. And he looked at the car again, test drove it, everything was going good. He said he was gonna leave a deposit. He really wanted the car. And basically, and I go back over to where we were gonna meet up around the same area, and this guy calls me. He asked me, he was like, hey, my buddy's gonna call you. So I was like, okay, for sure. And I get on the phone with the guy, and he's kind of getting me for a second. He was like, hey, look, this car has had 8 different owners, or like 8 or 10 different owners or something like that. And he was like, it's been in a whole bunch of accidents. And I was like, dude, like, I already told the guy exactly what happened when we got this car, and I ran the CarFax when I first got the car. So I knew in my head, like, I was like thinking to myself, you know, I kind of think this is weird. You know, I don't believe him 100%, but at the same time, I've done so many CarFaxes over the years. I do a CarFax on like every single car I get. So even if I get a car just for parts, I'll do a CarFax on it just to make sure when I'm getting the car, the engine has been well maintained, stuff like that. So that way when I sell the engine later on, I can give the CarFax to the person buying the engine. That way they know that they're getting a good engine, that it's been maintained over the years. The only reason why they're buying the engine, the only reason why I'd be selling the engine is because I parted out a car. Well, I've done a lot of CarFaxes over the years, and I kind of started to think to myself, like, damn, was I thinking about the right CarFax? Was I thinking about the right one when I saw that this was only like a 2-owner car? The only other person that had it before us was just one guy that had it for a long period of time, and then the car was in an accident. You know, the insurance bought it, so the insurance owned it, but that's not really ownership. So I tell him, I'm like, dude, you know what? Actually, send me over those CarFaxes. I want to take a look at it. So he sends me pictures, and he literally sends me pictures, and I'm looking through everything, and I'm like, okay, I remember the car had a good service history, but I don't remember all these accidents, you know? Like, I know the car got tapped on the quarter panel. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't, you know, like super light either. So when I pulled that out, I still have to show you guys, still have to upload that video. But I pulled out the quarter panel and then did the Bondo work myself, and it came out really good. But I'm like, that's the only thing that should really be on the CarFax. Maybe that little accident and the accident that happened when we first bought the car. Well, I look at everything, and he took the picture and he showed the owners on the CarFax. So when he showed the owners, it showed 10. And I was like, there's no fucking way that this car has had 10 owners. So I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, I really got to find this CarFax, because this guy's trying to either screw me over or I just really didn't know. So I start going through all the pictures that he sent me, and I'm zooming in on everything. And I noticed that in the URL, it says 2004, and it's a different VIN number. So this guy really just tried to screw me over. And I texted him back, and I was like, never mind, dude, I'm not interested. You're, you know, fucking trying to fraud me and shit. So I was like, I'm not interested in, you know, in selling to you anymore. Like, you know, good luck finding another clean Z. So I got kind of pissed off, and I was like, you know what? The only thing that's really wrong with this car is the front lower ball joints. And I've never really done the front lower ball joints. All I usually do is replace the whole knuckle, because the knuckle usually has it on there, because I didn't have a press for a long time. Well, I bought a press. If you guys remember seeing in the video that I did with these knuckles, and I actually replaced one. So this is the CarFax that he sent me, and you can see, if you actually zoom in to the very top of this picture, it actually shows 2004 Nissan 350Z, and it shows a different VIN number. And you can see all this stuff in here that you know, salvage junk, salvage rebuilt title, accident reported, like a whole bunch of stuff that this guy was trying to use to, you know, defraud me. And I was like, bro, you're trying to fuck me over? You literally went through all this bullshit lying to me, da 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 da. And I took this and I circled, you know, up here, and I was like, it's not my CarFax. And then he went through and, you know, admitted even more to fraud. Said right here, if I wasn't so lazy and felt like changing the VINs, you would have sounded so stupid over the phone, whatever. And yeah, so, and he just kept admitting even more, like right here, I do this for a living, like literally. He even said, and I had to circle that, and I was like, literally, dude, like, I was like, you literally just admitted to fraud, read it. Like, I might really send this. I was like literally talking about like sending it to one of my friends, and I'm probably not gonna do anything, but this is the type of people you have to deal with, like, on Craigslist. Alright guys, so since that story part was pretty long, I'm actually going to make the ball joint video in a different video and then upload that one separately, because I don't want the ball joint video to be like 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to upload this, and thanks for watching it. It's just you know, one of those things you got to watch out for on Craigslist. You know, I mean, the guy, everything seemed so legit, and then the guy literally tries to lowball the shit out of me, and it was kind of getting me for a second, because I was like, I didn't remember if that was the CarFax or not. And then I found out, you know, like, I can't believe this guy just literally went through so much effort to show me a CarFax that wasn't even for my car. So I guess, like, if you're trying to sell your car, like, watch out for people on Craigslist. If you know your car, don't let somebody else, you know, like, trick you into something like that. And I mean, there's a lot of people out there that do stuff like that. I mean, everybody's gotten the fake, you know, I'll send you a cashier's check in the mail, and the cashier's check is like $17,000, and you're asking for like $5,000 for something. It's obviously a dead giveaway. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna have the control arm, not the control arm, but the ball joint video coming out today as well. So all of this is gonna be coming out. I'm actually talking to you guys right now, and this is gonna be edited right now, and then I'm gonna put it up right now. So it's gonna be all today. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.